Hi, Steph. Joe Grant from Rapper Philippines. Dave, what do you? I just wanted to ask your opinion on the lean in fouls they called for Luka tonight. They called it 2 or 3 for him, and what do you think about that? And they also, I also saw you try to draw one, but they called a travel on you. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Those are tough plays. I know, as a shooter, you always want to take advantage of defense leaving their feet or coming into your space. But it's a fine line between, going out of your way to look for that contact when you have an open shot, the defender's not really moving towards you or, invading your space, and you kind of seek out that contact. I do it from time to time. They caught a travel on me. Could have seen that in other plays. It kind of is what it is in that respect. But it is a tough play to officiate, because you have to determine if the guy's getting up in the air, if he's coming into the shooter, or if it's straight on, or if it's to the side, and all that type of stuff. At the end of the day, I don't try it as much, because I feel like if I get space, I can knock it down. So maybe I have to figure out a couple more tricks up my sleeve and the gamesmanship of that, and try to get to the free throw line a little bit more.
Hey, Steph, Tomer Barzani with Sports Illustrated. So Luka, after the game, said it's unbelievable to watch you play. What have you seen with his progression through his young career and his 42-point night tonight?
I'm sure he loves playing with us, especially shooting the 3-ball. I know there's some crazy stat out there in terms of his 3-point percentages against us versus other teams, and his eyes lit up a little bit. He made some big shots tonight. He's always under control. He's tough to defend because of his size and his change of pace. And, you got to be prepared for that step back three. You got to be prepared for his drives. And he's obviously got great court vision. So he can play at all 3 levels of the floor on offense. And, they put shooters around him and try to create as much space, and he takes advantage of it. So, he's just very polished, and he's shown that since his rookie year, and he's gotten better. And who knows how high the ceiling is for him, but he's playing at a very elite level right now, and they're going to need that obviously to try to dig out that hole that they're in right now. So I'm sure he knows that.
Thank you.
Do you have any thoughts on some of the fouls on Doncic? And I'm particularly talking about the lean in.
Yeah. I don't fault the officials for making those calls. I fault the league for basically gifting those calls to all of our players, and our guys get them too. To me, it's not a basketball play. If you jump 3 feet forward, I don't think you deserve a foul when all you're doing is looking for the foul. I think the league has done a great job with helping find a really good place for the offensive players to shine, the athleticism to be on display for our fans. But we've gotten out of control with sort of gifting offensive players the ability to deceive the refs or to grab or whatever and jump 3 feet, 4 feet into a guy and draw a foul. We have to give the defensive player some benefits of the doubt, and but it's just the officials have to call it. That's the way the league dictates that they call it. So I have no problem with the officials.
You were the defender tonight on one of Doncic's pump fake lean in fouls. What do you think about? I mean, that's obviously not something just he does. A lot of players do now. What do you think about that as a defender? The league kind of. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's a foul. Sometimes it's a foul. I don't think I fouled him though. I feel like
you feel like that.
I jumped. He jumped. He kind of threw his body into me. Jumped like 3 feet forward, threw his body into me. Like I landed, then he kind of hit me. So I think that was a pretty bogus call, but it happens. Nobody's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, so that's whatever.
Are you okay with the rewarding of that? I mean, I know, like you said, sometimes a pump fake can be a foul, but they really kind of let guys lean in?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, if it's your natural shot, you can lean in a little bit. But if you're extra with it, jumping 3-4 feet ahead, I don't think it's a foul. You got to protect the people jumping too.
How difficult is it as a defender when some of these stars are getting the lean in foul calls on pump fake jumpers?
Oh man, I mean, I think it's just not. I just don't think it's a basketball play. I mean, and as a defensive-minded guy, a guy that loves defense, you kind of putting us at bay. When you give the offensive player that kind of upper hand, a little bit of physicality has been taken out of the game. It's starting to come back a little bit. You're able to be a little bit more physical, on the ball. But, it's some stuff that, I'm sure they'll do a good job of, kind of weeding that out because, if a guy steps back and you go up the contest and, I feel like if an offensive player breaks the plane of, just a regular jump shot, and I think, something got to change. And then they called it travel on Steph when he went to do it. So. But it's the game, man. You gotta, that stuff really doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's all about executing and just kind of taking the ebbs and flows and just trying to come out on top at the end.